everyone. Thank you for joining me today. So, Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan remain booked and busy. Let's discuss. So, we have seen where Harry popped out a surprise appearance, by all indications, to the Upfront Summit. And he made a long speech. It was a question and answer. And the messy tabloids are trying to tie his remarks and say he's taking a swipe at Trump and Musk, which we know Harry even said in the speech that he doesn't vote. He has never voted, and this is not blue or red or left or right. He's just speaking about protecting everyone. And there's a brief clip that is circulating, which I'm going to put here.
And change makers. How do we invest in our shared future to solve the challenges we face today as a divided society? Now, as a dad, this has me constantly looking for solutions. And as a man who was born into a life of service, I recognize that with power and a platform comes huge responsibility. And these days, I am determined to find and invest in solutions.
So, as of this recording, I haven't found a video of the full speech, but a transcript is on people.com. And booked and busy Harry and Meghan is going to need a chief communication officer. Don't you think? They think so. So, they've hired Meredith Maines to be their chief communication officer. She, of course, replaces Ashley Henson, which they had remained close with, and Ashley had also spoken about them recently, and she had nothing but good things to say.
I give those two so much credit because it never ends for them. There's never a day where they're not in the news. Whereas, most celebrities, famous people, they have, movies that come out and they see an uptake of press and coverage and interest, or there's a crisis and that, the ebbs and flows of that. But, with the exception of presidents, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced before with any other client, and I don't think I ever will. So I give them a lot of credit for balancing and maintaining, a healthy lifestyle and outlook with that kind of pressure.
Meredith is supposed to start March 3rd. And as you know, our Duchess's highly anticipated cooking show is supposed to premiere March 4th. And of course, she's going to be launching her As Ever brand soon. It's not a rebrand, it's just a rename that is supposed to be launching soon. And then we saw where it is written by US Weekly that Prince Harry gave an update on his life in California. And that came from Richie McCaw, that was sitting with Harry, remember? Sitting with Harry at the Invictus game. I'm going to put a little clip there. You see him there sitting with Harry? Yes, that's him. US Weekly is saying that he spoke to them and he basically said, Harry said he was fine and he did some drop off with the children. And of course, while Harry was at the Invictus Games, he also spoke to US Weekly. And while many of us may have deep misgivings about Harry and Meghan having to speak to any of these magazines or journalists because of their flip-flopping and their cutting and pasting, because sometimes we'll see something and they report it like new news and it's old news. And of course, we know they'll flip on a dime, these magazines. And so we hate that they have to deal with these journalists. I use that word loosely. But they do it for business. They do it to promote their projects. And Harry and Meghan, I think, are fully aware of who they're dealing with now. Remember last year when Prince Harry spoke at the Book Deal Summit and he spoke about them? I'll include a clip here.
How you sort of make sense of folks you think that are not doing it right and then folks that maybe are.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't be here if I thought that you were one of them.
Well, thank you.
Just so we're absolutely clear. But we've still got about 20 minutes left. So at any point, if I either leave or fall on the floor in a fetal position, you'll know why. It's quite a bizarre upbringing to have what is known as a royal rota, covering your every move. People that were given special access to your work that would also write complete nonsense about you during the rest of your life, and having to basically dance for them quite literally on engagements and work. So when I talk about lawbreakers, it's very, very specific to a group of British newspapers rather than any form of broadcast media. And that was then. What I see more on a larger scale across mainstream media, or what I think people have seen more lately, not even seen, what they perhaps feel, is perhaps a hidden agenda in some mainstream media, specific, and also social media. It's almost like a competition who can sort of hide the truth or lie or mislead us more.
So from that clip, you can see that he fully understands who he's dealing with. And Duchess Meghan has taken control of her narrative by having her Instagram. So I think he and Meghan, they just go forth and do their business and do what they have to do and keep it moving. Anyway, guys, Harry and Meghan continue to build meaningful projects and use their platform and the privileges that they're being given to help people to build not just for themselves, which is important in order to pay their bills because they're not inheriting $1 billion duchy. So they're trying to build to make sure their children and themselves are protected. And so, but they're still using all the gifts and the platforms that they've been given to help others. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Please like, subscribe if you will, and talk to you soon. Bye.